Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. My name is Max, and it's great to have you with us today.
And I'm Emma. You're listening to Easy English Listening, the podcast designed to help you improve your English just by listening to simple, natural conversations.
That's right. No textbooks, no stress. You can tune in while you're cooking, driving, or just relaxing. So, what's on the agenda today, Emma?
Today, we're talking about something we all have, a daily routine. We're going to chat about the things we do every day, from the moment we wake up to when we go to sleep. And after each routine, we will be doing a quick recap on the words we learned.
It's a great topic because our routines can be so different. And stick around because later in the episode, I have an interesting fun fact about productivity that might surprise you.
Ooh, I love a good fun fact. Okay, let's start at the beginning of the day, the morning. Max, I have a feeling we are very different when it comes to mornings.
Oh, 100%. I am an early bird. My alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. and I'm usually out of bed within a minute. I love the quietness of the early morning.
5:30? Max, the sun isn't even awake at 5:30. Okay, early bird is a great term. An early bird is someone who loves waking up early and feels most energetic in the morning. And that is not me.
I had a feeling. So, if I'm an early bird, what does that make you?
I am a complete night owl. A night owl is the opposite of an early bird. It's someone who prefers to stay up late and feels more productive and awake at night. My brain doesn't truly start working until about 10 p.m.
Wow. So, what does your morning look like then?
It involves a long, complicated relationship with my alarm clock. My alarm goes off at maybe 7:30, but I will hit the snooze button at least 3 times. I need those extra 10 minutes.
The snooze button, an essential tool for a night owl. The snooze button is that button on your alarm that stops the alarm for a short time so you can sleep for a few more minutes before it rings again.
Exactly. After I finally get up, my morning is very slow. I need about an hour and 2 cups of coffee before I can even think about being productive. You're probably already back from the gym by then.
Yeah, you're right. I usually am. I like going to the gym early before everything gets busy.
Wow, that sounds so productive. I admire that.
I actually enjoy it a lot. The gym is usually quieter in the morning, so it's more peaceful.
That's true. Less people, less waiting for equipment.
Exactly. And I don't do anything too crazy, just some simple exercises. Maybe a bit of cardio, some light weights, just enough to wake my body up.
So it's more about starting the day feeling good, not pushing too hard.
Yeah, that's the goal. After a short workout, I feel more awake and energized.
I cannot imagine how you do this. I think if I went to the gym that early, I'd still be half asleep.
Honestly, the first 5 minutes are always the hardest.
I knew it.
But once you get moving, it gets easier. And after you finish, you feel really good, like you've already done something positive for the day.
That's actually a nice feeling.
Yeah, and it makes the rest of the day feel a bit more productive. After I get my exercise done, I then go have a big breakfast. It's amazing how different two people's mornings can be.
A big breakfast sounds really nice, though. What do you usually have?
It depends, but I like to keep it simple. Maybe eggs, toast, some fruit, and of course, coffee.
Of course, coffee is an essential.
Always. And I feel like having a proper morning routine really sets the tone for the day.
Yeah, it gives you energy, right?
Exactly. Especially after exercise. I feel more awake, more focused, like I'm actually ready to start the day.
That makes sense. I'm kind of the opposite, though. Some mornings, I just grab something quick, like usually just a banana and coffee.
That's a light breakfast.
Yeah, I'm always in a rush in the morning. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of those morning words. We had early bird for a morning person.
Night owl for someone who loves the night.
And snooze button, my best friend in the morning.
which is that button on your alarm that stops the alarm for a short time.
Perfect. So after our very different mornings, it's time for work. My workday starts with my commute. I have to drive about 30 minutes to get to my office.
Okay, commute, that's the journey you make every day between your home and your place of work. Mine is much shorter. It's just a walk from my bedroom to my desk.
I'm very jealous. So you work from home then?
I do. To work from home means you do your job from your house instead of going to an office. It's great, but it can be distracting. The laundry is always calling my name.
I get that. My job is a pretty standard 9 to 5. That phrase, 9 to 5, just refers to a typical office job with normal business hours, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Right. My hours are a bit more flexible, which is nice, but I have to be careful not to get distracted by things at home.
Speaking of productivity, here's that fun fact I promised. I read that the most productive people don't work for hours and hours without stopping. They actually work intensely for about 52 minutes and then take a 17-minute break.
Really? 52 and 17? That is so specific. But it makes sense. My brain definitely needs a reset after about an hour of focused work. I should try that tomorrow.
Right? It's all about short bursts of focus.
Moving on, let's talk about my favorite part of the day, lunch. Do you usually pack your own lunch or buy your lunch, Max?
I really try my best to pack my own. It's cheaper, it's healthier, but probably 3 days a week I end up grabbing a sandwich from the cafe near my office.
I feel that. Packing your food does require some effort.
Yeah, it's not just the packing. You have to plan what to eat, buy the ingredients, prepare everything.
And sometimes you just don't have the energy for it.
But honestly, even grabbing a sandwich can be a nice little break in the day.
Yes, stepping out, getting some fresh air.
And maybe treating yourself a little.
Okay, now let's take a short break and do a short recap for the work vocabulary we learned from the afternoon routine earlier.
First was commute, the journey from home to work.
Then, 9 to 5 is the working hours for a standard office job.
And work from home, which is doing your job from your house.
Well, after a long day of work, it's time for the evening. And my favorite part of the evening is when I get to unwind.
Ah, unwind. That's a lovely word. It means to relax after you've been working or stressed. So what's your favorite way to unwind?
I love to cook a really nice meal while listening to music. And after dinner, I am guilty of binge watching a TV series.
We've all been there. Binge watch is a very useful modern phrase. It means to watch many episodes of a TV show in a short period of time, one after another.
Yes. What about you, Mr. Early Bird? I bet you don't stay up late binge watching TV.
You are correct. My evening is much quieter. I usually read a book for about an hour, and then I like to tidy up and prepare my things for the next morning. Once that's done, I usually call it a day around 10 p.m.
That's a great idiom. To call it a day means to decide to stop working or doing an activity for the day. It's like saying, okay, that's enough for today.
Exactly. It's my signal to my brain that it's time to get ready for sleep. Okay, let's recap our final set of words. First, unwind, which means to relax.
Then binge watch for watching lots of TV episodes, and call it a day, which means to stop for the day.
That's very true. You tell yourself just one more episode.
And suddenly it's 1 a.m.
Exactly. And then the next morning, you regret all the choices you have made yesterday.
That's why having a simple evening routine can really help you unwind and sleep better.
Yeah, unwinding is not just about relaxing, it's also about preparing your mind for sleep.
One thing that helps me is turning off my phone a little earlier.
That's a good one. Less screen time before bed can make a big difference.
Yeah, because when you keep scrolling or watching things, your brain stays active.
Another simple tip is doing something calm, like reading a book or listening to soft music.
Or even just taking a warm shower.
Oh, that's a good one. It helps your body relax and you feel so clean afterwards.
And sometimes I just sit quietly for a few minutes. No phone, no noise, just breathing and stare into space.
That sounds very peaceful and relaxing, actually.
It really helps me slow down after a busy day.
I think the key is finding a routine that tells your body, okay, it's time to rest.
Exactly. Something simple and repeatable.
So maybe tonight, instead of binge watching too many episodes,
Just one episode.
just one and then call it a day.
Sounds like a good plan.
And remember, learning English is just like a daily routine. You don't have to do everything at once. Small steps every day really add up to big progress.
Yes, learning a language is like building a routine. A little bit every day makes a huge difference. Don't feel pressured to learn it all at once. We'll be here with you, little by little.
And for some practice, we'd love for you to tell us about your daily routine in the comments below. Are you an early bird or a night owl? What do you do to unwind?
We would love to read your comments, but for now, I think it's time for us to call it a day.
I agree. That's all from us here at Easy English Listening. I'm Max.
And I'm Emma. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.